Good morning, guys. It's early morning and we're getting the last part of the car done. You can see that we already did the license plate area. We just go right to the line and go over the edges. In the trunk, we do it in one piece. Some people do it in two pieces. In our case, we do a giant piece like this one right here. And we're just going to pretty much put it all over. And you want to stretch along this body line right here. It's a pretty aggressive body line. How you know if you stretch enough is when you look at it as it touches, it's just going to literally hug that area. And when you hug that area, you're going to pull it out towards the tail light right here. And you're going to be able to stretch that out a little bit more. So that's what we're going to be doing next. Cool. Well, let's get started. One thing about the trunk is I think when a lot of people first start, they're not pulling enough, right? So if you think you're pulling enough, times that by 2 and then really pull it. But really the reason why you get fingers is because the materials are bunching up, right? You got too much, so you need to stretch it out. That massive concave is pretty aggressive. So you need to give it a good amount of stretch. The thing about vinyl is it actually stretches a lot. It can stretch from 15 to 20%, and that's actually a significant amount. And one good advice too is like after you do that stretch, just try to get rid of the wrinkles right away up here, because if you don't, you're going to come back to it later, and then you might suffer. But another way you could do it is if you have something like a big heat lamp, those blocks that you could kind of go over, that does help a lot. You could heat up a larger space, and then what I like to do is kind of follow that body line with my left arm, and on my right arm, I kind of use this as my corner because I want to tack it right here. It's hard to do this because I think you have to like look at it while you're stretching and try to control like tension of both, right? So that was pretty hard to do, right? Because on top of doing that, you have to like look at that and go, okay, that's too little, that's too much. And when you see it, that's when you kind of cup it all the way in and then tack here. Those are some tips. Of course, you could do the two-piece. The two-piece would be, a lot of people do it like right here at that line, right? This is where the spoiler would be. And then another piece on the other side. That's kind of how like our PPF kit is designed. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and post heat and then we should be good. Welcome back. We're nearly done. We're pretty much done with the car. We just need to do a couple things. Name of it is Loki. So we got some of this bronzish, goldish, I forgot the name of it, but it is an Avery Dennison SW900. And we're giving it some accents like in the handles, the autopilot. So that's what we're working on today. But whenever you're doing handles, you want to make sure that you do still stretch it a little bit across, because what that does is it just kind of cups all the side and it just helps with the longevity of the vinyl. And it's really never going to fail if you do it right. Whenever you're vinyl wrapping, I think a lot of people like go down the center, and when that happens, all the bubbles kind of go in the center, and then you can't really get it out because it doesn't have an exit. So the only way in something like this is the exit is you could go out this way, but because we stretch it so much, it's wanting to pull back in, right, with the heat. So the easiest is left and right. So we create a channel, and we can use a squeegee and channel all those bubbles out, which we already did right here. And you could see once I heat it up, and none of the corners are pulling back, and that's exactly what we want. So I'm gonna go ahead and squeegee it, and we're gonna cut this last, and look at that right here. Again, back to the stretch. When you stretch, this way, we use that body line. When it goes back to the memory, it hugs its edges right here. And then these aren't going to, I guess when we say fail, wrinkle, and then come out and then you see the black, right? So this is not gonna be a problem. We could cut right to the edge. There's actually a valley right there. We stick our knife in there, and then we should be good. That looks really clean, the line too.
Yeah.
The bottom. Usually you won't see the bottom, but still, it looks really good. Always get better and better. So we're finishing the final parts of this car, but whenever we do these videos, we try not to mask anything, right? And of course, this is actually Robert's, not his first car wrapping, but this is his first Model Y. So we're learning, we're teaching and stuff. One of the things that happened here was when we stretch, we didn't stretch that hard on this side, and it's a very, very aggressive stretch. And just like you saw us do it on like the handles and stuff, you really want to stretch across this body line where it goes flat. So this was a little bit uneven, and we had to kind of get it out. So we got some finger marks right here on this side. So of course, we don't let this out. So we're actually going to take this all off. When you're lifting, you're always risking dirt and contamination to come through. So that's why when you do it, you want to lay it down the best that you can right away. And whenever you're having to go under and then try to grab whatever, and this includes PPF and really anything, you risk it not being the best work. We're going to go ahead and take this out and then redo this one, wipe it down, and then we should be good to go. But you know, the second one's always going to be better. Let's go. That's how it is. All this will go away. What's going on, guys? We're finally done with this car, and Loki, you guys are gonna love it. Desti's actually right in front of me. So she hasn't actually seen the car. She's seen a little bit of this, but she's never seen it for actually a few days. So we're gonna see how she likes it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, bro, that looks sick. You did this, Rob?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Look at the back.
Nice. Who wants dual motor anyways?
Yeah, who cares about dual motor? She don't like it, Rob. Yeah, she don't
Are you
like
kidding me? What's she look like in the sun?
We'll find out. Let's get it out. Why don't you drive it?
The color's so different in the sun. I feel like the gold really pops in the sun.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it
Yeah,
does
look
pop.
at it.
That really pops. That green looks good, even outside.
Rob, you did a great job.
Yeah, he did. For first one.
Nice. I like the creative freedom y'all took.